Tensions grow with targeted operations in the Triangle. Border Patrol agents sweep Raleigh-Durham, putting the area on alert.
They are looking for repeat criminals, those who have criminal records that they've gotten while they're here, those who have been deported before and then come back.
How long will the federal agents be in the Triangle area, and who are they looking for? WRAL investigates what happened in the Charlotte area and what that may say about what happens here.
A pleasant day will give way to showers overnight. I have the newest timing for rain chances, plus how long we'll see temperatures in the 70s.
Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking right now at 6 o'clock, a large demonstration protesting Border Patrol operations in the Triangle is growing in downtown Raleigh. This is a live look from Sky 5 at Moore Square. Videos like this circulating all day in communities like Raleigh and Durham. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Rowe.
And I'm Dan Haggerty in for Gerald Owens tonight. In the last 30 minutes, Durham daycare staff detailed agents having a presence there in their parking lot today.
We have live team coverage of this major story from multiple angles and from both sides. WRAL's Eric Miller is live in downtown Raleigh, where this protest has really grown in the last hour. Eric.
Ashley, we know here in just the next couple of minutes, this crowd, which is now several hundred strong, is going to be marching from here in Moore Square over to the state capitol. This is the second protest we've seen in just 3 days here in Moore Square focused on ICE. That first one in response to raids in the Charlotte area. This one now focused on ICE and Border Patrol's actions much closer to home. I want to send you up to Sky 5 now, let you get a sense of the size of this crowd. Again, several hundred people filling this corner of Moore Square. You can hear them chanting. You can hear the anger, the passion, the frustration in their voices. Organizers of this protest said they've thrown all of this together in just the last 24 hours. And at the same time, they were also working on a response to the raids themselves, trying to set up a network of websites and text chains and phone calls to let people know when and where Border Patrol agents and ICE agents had been spotted in the area. The very clear today, they want ICE, they want Border Patrol Raleigh out of North. Now, talking to some of the protesters who've been here, this is a very personal thing for many of them. Protesters have told us they have parents, they have friends, they know so many people who are undocumented or who aren't undocumented but are afraid of being profiled here. Just take a listen to the concerns of one mother who we spoke with earlier this afternoon.
My ex-husband's undocumented, and my daughter is a first gen on his side, and it breaks my heart. She's 5 years old. This morning, she came down the steps. She was crying. She didn't want the police to take her dad when he left to work.
You can hear the emotion in her voice there as she describes having to talk with her daughter. That mother actually told us that she kept her daughter home from school today. She was so concerned about her potentially being profiled, potentially having some kind of interaction with Border Patrol here today. Now, again, you can hear these chants getting a little bit louder here now. We're watching very closely for the start of this march. We'll let you know what we're seeing here on the grounds here in Moore Square in downtown Raleigh. Eric Miller, WRAL News.
All right, Eric, thank you. And now let's get over to Brian Trader, tracking developments out of Durham in the WRAL Live Center. Brian, what's the latest?
Ashley, in the past hour, we've heard about a Durham daycare center that says it went on lockdown today after they believe they saw immigration officials in their parking lot. Alicia Muhammad is the director at My Children Child Care on Anger Avenue in Durham. She said this morning a teacher reported seeing immigration officials in the school's parking lot, and Muhammad says they immediately took action.
We locked down our building. We put the signs up to let them know they cannot enter our buildings. We called parents to inform them what was going on in our parking lot, and we just tried to just gather together, make sure the kids was not aware of what was going on outside. And we didn't want them to be aware of what was going on inside. So we continue our day inside.
She says they were on lockdown until about 5 o'clock this evening, and she says all my children will be open tomorrow, but with a heightened sense of awareness.
All right, Brian, thank you. Not long ago, North Carolina Superintendent of Public Instruction Mo Green released a statement addressing concerns in the classroom. He said, in part, quote, every child in North Carolina has the constitutional right to a free public education, regardless of immigration status. This is not a choice. It is our legal responsibility. Our schools are places of learning, growth, and opportunity.
So, what is the legal process surrounding Border Patrol and ICE operations in our communities? For that part of the story, let's get over to WRAL's Carly Haynes. She's live in North Raleigh. Carly, you have been speaking with people who have witnessed arrests play out.
This is one of the neighborhoods, North Hills neighborhood, where neighbors spotted agents this morning. They spotted people wearing those bulletproof vests walking around the area. And we also sat down with immigration attorneys who say they have been inundated with phone calls today from their clients asking what agents can and cannot do. In South Raleigh, security video verified by WRAL shows unmarked cars quickly surrounding someone standing near a golf cart. Up in North Hills, a cell phone recorded what appears to be agents in vests walking around the neighborhood.
Everyone was scared. I think everyone was like put on edge, even if you are a citizen or not. Like, it's just a scary situation to have someone, basically be kidnapped.
Border Patrol expanded their presence to the Triangle Tuesday. We asked immigration attorney Chris Barnes what authority agents have. Who can they legally detain at this point?
If they're asking questions and you're answering the questions, then they can speak with you.
Legally, agents should have a warrant or be searching for a particular individual they have reason to believe is unlawfully in the United States.
They're not constitutionally supposed to look at a group of people or look at a person and assume by the way they look that they don't have any lawful status in the United States and engage them and attempt to determine their lawful status just based on what they look like.
When a person is taken to an immigration field office, and if they're determined to lack documentation, that person may be moved to a detention facility and given a notice to appear in immigration court. And a person is not officially in removal proceedings until or unless ICE files a notice to appear with the courts. Carly Haynes, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Thank you, Carly. New tonight, we are getting some responses from state leaders on these operations from both sides of the aisle. WRAL's Sean Gallagher joining us now live near the legislative building in Raleigh. Sean, what are you hearing?
Yeah, so we spoke with Governor Josh Stein and Senator Ted Budd today, Democrat and Republican, who were sharing in the excitement of a jobs announcement today. But when the topic of border control comes up, couldn't be pushed further apart. Today's event in Johnston County is almost fitting.
A pleasure to be with Senator Ted Budd.
That a jobs announcement at a magnet manufacturer, Vulcan Elements, drew together partisan players in Democrats and Republicans before Josh Stein and Ted Budd were pushed to opposite sides of their political polls when asked about Border Patrol.
Well, that's something that we're observing right now, and we're getting all the information on that.
This is not promoting safety in our communities.
Stein says he's largely in the dark when it comes to Border Patrol and ICE operations in the state.
We don't know how many people they've detained. We don't know pretty much anything.
We received this statement from Senator Budd, saying in part, Border Patrol's operations have resulted in the arrests of several individuals with criminal histories or had previously been deported, calling Border Patrol operations critical to protecting American lives and our communities here in North Carolina.
This is a state that has supported the president for 3 straight elections, support his agenda. I mean, what is your message to the other half of North Carolina who thinks this is operating right?
If this were targeted to going after known people who are criminals or known people who are drug traffickers who are engaged in violent crime, that would be a good thing. But they're just sweeping sidewalks. They're sweeping parking lots. They're going into stores and churches. This is causing widespread fear, widespread uncertainty.
And Governor Stein says he has pushed the General Assembly to increase funding for local law enforcement agencies to increase their own staffing. He says if they were able to do that, they could handle any extra workload that comes with dealing with non-residents committing violent crimes. In downtown Raleigh, Sean Gallagher, WRAL News.
Sean, thank you. And this comes on the heels of more than 200 arrests in Charlotte. In just a few minutes, WRAL Investigates is taking a closer look at who has been arrested there and what crimes they're accused of.
We are tracking some rain chances, taking a look at the radar. We could see some showers overnight tonight, and then there's another chance this weekend, and I think that's one that people are going to be interested in. Mike May's joining us now because we have stuff going on this weekend, like the Christmas parade.
We got plenty of activities outside on Saturday. First, we have that rain possibility coming in tonight. Chance is going to be after midnight and toward daybreak tomorrow, and it's not going to be a whole lot of rain per what we're seeing on Futurecast, and it's several hours until it arrives. So if you have plans to be outdoors this evening, no worries about carrying any kind of rain gear. By 2 a.m., rain moving into our northern counties. Maybe an isolated thunderstorm by 4 a.m. Showers still in the vicinity. When you join Elizabeth tomorrow morning starting at 4:30, there's likely to be rain on the live dual Doppler 5000 radar. And during the commute, it moves out. Wednesday afternoon, Thursday look pretty good. But our next rainmaker on the horizon is over California. That'll throw some energy our way, bringing rain Friday night. And perhaps for the Christmas parade on Saturday, I'll have a closer look at that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Mike, thank you. Our coverage of immigration crackdowns in North Carolina communities continues here at 6 o'clock.
Still ahead, WRAL Investigates is trying to figure out exactly who these federal agents are looking for. A closer look at the hundreds of arrests so far across the state and criminal records connected to them. That's coming up.
And new in the past hour, the Senate says that it will send a bill that forces release of the Epstein files to President Trump's desk as soon as it comes over from the House. Coming up on NBC Nightly News, the latest on the swift bipartisan action.
The most watched news in the Triangle, brought to you by Rug & Home in Briar Creek.
Store-wide pre-Thanksgiving blowout. Sofas, sectionals, leather, extra large rugs from just $2.99. Rug & Home.
Before you rent another car, see what happened when a Raleigh man was billed for damage he didn't cause.
I was like, hey, this is not right.
5 on Your Side will show you the 3 things to do before returning a rental. Thursday at 6.
It's the biggest holiday tradition in the Triangle.
The Raleigh Christmas Parade is rolling your way.
Watch all the holiday magic live on WRAL, Saturday morning at 9. Celebrate the season with WRAL.
Imagine a law firm that's actually committed to preventing accidents.
That firm is CR Legal Team, and our entire team is equally committed to caring for the whole person after a crash. We stand up for you. Call 888-TEAM.
Hendrick. Buy at Reggie Jackson Airport Honda and get the Hendrick Home Run Advantage with our lifetime warranty, free oil changes and car washes, priority scheduling, and more. Get the Hendrick Home Run Advantage exclusively at Reggie Jackson Airport Honda.
Preparing your home for last-minute showing can be stressful.
Babe.
With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can bypass the market and close in as little as 21 days.
Babe.
There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Sell your home hassle-free.
Babe.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Look at this. Turkey has arrived. What is this? No.
Dad, look at this. We're having a baby.
I'm going to be a grandpa.
Guess who?
He made it. Hi, surprise.
Here's to the New Year's, guys.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus $750 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage vehicles.
Not again. Get the shoulder checked. It's fine. Well, you could be better than fine at Duke Health. See, they can get us in tomorrow. Oh, just like that? Duke Health? World class for us, buddy.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are.
Sadly, accidents happen. At CR Legal Team, we care for the whole person, physically, emotionally, and financially.
If you've been injured, call CR Legal Team. We stand up for you. 888-TEAM.
Let's get back to that breaking news now. Protesters are now on the move in downtown Raleigh against the Border Patrol operations in the Triangle.
WRAL's Eric Miller has been there following along, joining us live in downtown Raleigh, where this protest has really grown since your first report, Eric.
Well, Dan, this all started right around 5. We had that crowd down in Moore Square chanting, giving speeches, and now the whole group, several hundred strong, is making its way down Hargett Street. You can see this crowd big enough to block the road from one side to the other, enough people to stretch for several blocks. It's hard to get a sense right here from the ground. I want to send you up to Sky 5, circling overhead here as well, to give you a full sense of the scale of what we're talking about here. We do have police ahead and behind this crowd. They've been blocking off the streets. Again, several blocks have been shut down here in downtown Raleigh. We're told these protesters right now, they are making their way down to the state capitol. We believe from there they may head back to Moore Square at some point, but this march likely to last for a long time. For so many of the protesters we've spoken to, the organizers we've spoken to this evening, this is very personal. They know many people who are undocumented. Many of them have undocumented family members, and they've been watching what's been playing out here in North Carolina for the last several days with growing horror as all of this has gotten closer and closer to home and is now right here in the Triangle, right here in Raleigh. There was a mother we spoke with who kept her daughter today home from school because she was worried, even though her daughter is a citizen, that she might be profiled. For organizers here today, they say that this protest is about sending a message to both ICE and Border Patrol that they want them out of the Triangle, they want them out of the state of North Carolina, and they also want to push back on the narrative that has been pushed by Border Patrol, by the Department of Homeland Security, that the people being targeted in these operations are violent criminals. One of the organizers we spoke with earlier today told us to look at those numbers, the arrest numbers coming out of the Department of Homeland Security, and look at exactly how many of the people arrested so far actually have criminal records. We know from DHS records that were released yesterday, they had detained 130 people in Charlotte. 44 of them had criminal records. Again, this crowd continuing to make its way down Hargett Street. We're going to follow along with these folks. We'll let you know what's happening here in downtown Raleigh. In Raleigh, Eric Miller, WRAL News.
And we want to keep it, Eric, thank you very much. And we want to stay on that topic that he was mentioning when it comes to the arrests made in Charlotte and what some of those statistics are saying.
Yes, he mentioned at least 44 people have criminal records of those who were arrested in Charlotte. WRAL Investigates Sarah Kruger is examining what crimes they're accused of.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions about what exactly is going on. How long will the federal agents be here in the Triangle area, and who exactly are they looking for? Well, this is what we know about the operation in Charlotte, and it may help signal a little bit about what we can expect here. Of the more than 200 arrests in Charlotte, the Department of Homeland Security put out a news release with photos and information on only 11 of them. Of those 11, 8 are from Honduras, 2 from Mexico, and 1 from El Salvador. Their charges and the severity of those charges varies widely. From Humberto Posada Rodriguez, a known MS-13 gang member with several convictions, including assault on an officer and 3 counts of illegal entry, to Carelia Estefania Torres Izaguirre, whose charge was felony larceny.
Our system in this country, in the United States, is about playing a fair game.
Yesenia Polanco is an immigration attorney in Durham. She says she understands some people legally can be deported. She takes issue with how it's being done.
The issue that I take with enforcement is the method, not enforcement outright. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm not in the business of changing policy.
In a statement, a DHS spokesperson wrote of the arrest, these are violent assailants, gang members, and repeat offenders who have zero regard for the rule of law in our country. Javiera Caballero is on the city council in Durham.
The narrative, the story is, oh, we're only here to catch criminals. We have great local police department and great sheriffs here in North Carolina. They can handle that.
WRAL Investigates wrote to the Department of Homeland Security with a number of questions about what happened in Charlotte and what they expect to happen in the Triangle area. How long do you expect this operation to last? How many arrests are you planning to make? For what crimes are the people you are seeking wanted? They sent a response that did not answer those questions. Sarah Kruger, WRAL News.
And to see the full statements and the information that we received from DHS, go to this story at WRAL.com. Now, immigration continues to divide communities in North Carolina and beyond. Our WRAL documentary, Crossing Borders, Immigration and Division in North Carolina, explores just that. We talk to people directly affected on all sides of the issue. You can watch it right now on WRAL.com and on WRAL's YouTube page.
Let's send things over to Mike Mays. We finally have some rain in the forecast, Mike.
We got two chances, one coming tonight, another one Friday night and Saturday. First one's not going to be a whole lot. We see rain on the radar out of Roanoke and also down toward Newport News and the Hampton Roads area, showing the rain all moving toward the east, but eventually this will push to the south. There are even some thunderstorms that have been severe up toward the Cincinnati area. Now, as we go through the overnight, about 50% chance of rain 2, 3, 4 a.m. And even during the first part of the morning commute, there still could be a bit of rain. And Elizabeth will be tracking that with the live dual Doppler 5000 radar. But can't stress enough, no issue with rain this evening. No need to carry any kind of rain gear. Now, I showed this graphic last night. We've massaged some of the numbers. Still expecting 73 tomorrow. A little cooler on Thursday, 68 now, and a little cooler on Friday. Instead of being concerned about flirting with a record high, we dropped the high to 75. We've added rain to Friday, 30% chance, 40% Friday night, and Saturday we see some rain. So I've zoomed in on North Carolina to get an idea of what we could see for Friday night and Saturday. 6 a.m. Friday, mostly cloudy skies. There comes your 30% chance of rain. You saw a little bit of green showing up. Not a great ordeal of rain. High school football game, small chance that there'll be some rain. 6 a.m. on Saturday, folks getting ready to go to the Christmas parade. They're heading to downtown, trying to find the best seat. There could be some rain in the area. Tomorrow, Kat and I will have high-resolution model data to look at, get a better idea of timing and how much rain will fall. The thinking is it'll be a warm start for Saturday. Temperatures in the 60s. It will be breezy. Lesser chance of rain in the morning than, say, during the afternoon, when we have the chance for showers and storms. There's lunchtime at the end of the parade. Again, a small chance for rain. It picks up during the afternoon with scattered showers and maybe a storm. Still holding on to about a 50% chance. And then later on in the evening, the rain moves out. Sunday looks great, full sunshine, and a wee bit cooler. Warm days ahead. 73 for Wednesday, 68 on Thursday. We have Festival of Lights that starts over at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. Very cool display of colors. 75 Friday, 75 Saturday. Cooler Sunday. We're back in the 70s for Monday and Tuesday of next week. And no cold morning lows, only 60 come Saturday morning.
It could be a damp morning. Elizabeth will show you where we're seeing light rain, and Ken will monitor its impact on the morning commute.
Plus, Thanksgiving is next week already, and your grocery bill doesn't have to break the bank. 5 on your side's Keely Arthur has 5 ways you can save.
Join us tomorrow beginning at 4:30 a.m.
Weather updates on WRAL are brought to you by Swift Brothers.
Are plumbing problems something you know all too well? Call Swift Brothers for swift, same-day service guaranteed.
You know those pictures of perfect closets that make your friends jealous? Closets by Design made that affordable for me.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
You're all set. Here you go. Awesome. Lifetime brakes? Check. Complimentary oil change? Check. Price match on my new tires? Check. I feel like I'm missing something.
Batteries.
That's it. Batteries. Of course, our express team's got you covered.
Here it comes.
It is easier here. There it is.
Get it all at Leeds Toyota. It's easier here.
Are you dealing with a workers' comp claim? Does it feel like you're just another number on a screen when you speak to the insurance company? You're more than a number on a screen. You're a person with goals and ambitions. You're a person who has worked hard to provide. You're a person who has legal rights. A person who is entitled to certain benefits after a work injury. If you need some help telling your story, give me a call today. We'll tell them what you have to say.
Hardison and Cochran, North Carolina Workers' Compensation Attorneys, 919-all-4s.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $11,500 on this Sierra 1500 model. That's 20% below MSRP.
Ever imagine getting behind the wheel of a BMW and feeling the power, precision, and luxury for yourself? Ever imagine an easy car buying experience with a knowledgeable salesperson? Ever imagined great service after the sale?
Turn your imagination into reality at BMW of Raleigh. Discover the ultimate lineup of new BMW models.
Visit us today or start your journey online at bmwofraleigh.com.
It's easier here.
You know those commercials that show the perfect closet, the one that makes all your friends jealous? Closets by Design made that affordable for me.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
The college basketball season is just 2 weeks in, and we've already seen plenty of marquee matchups, but it doesn't get more marquee than tonight's Champions Classic at Madison Square Garden. Michigan State versus Kentucky first, and Duke versus Kansas following. Duke has begun the season undefeated at 4-0 with a tough slate and the preseason right now. All right, they'll look to get their first win versus a top 25 opponent versus Kansas tonight. That game tips off at 9 o'clock. UNC is also undefeated this season. They're looking to come back at home versus Navy. Freshman Caleb Wilson is leading the Heels with 20 points and 9.5 rebounds per game. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock tonight at the Smith Center. NC State is embarrassed from their performance against Miami this past weekend. Friday is a chance to rectify that at home against a team that's in a similar boat. Florida State and NC State are both 5-5. They have a big win and some disappointing losses, but bowl eligibility is within their sights. But head coach Dave Doran has defeated the Seminoles 5 of the last 6 times he's faced them.
They've always had talented teams. They're always well coached. A lot of respect for Mike and his staff. And I don't expect it to be any different. I expect it to be a really hard-fought game. Both teams, are in similar situations. They're fighting for postseason play, and they're fighting to get to winning records. And to give you the magic to it, I don't know if there is any other than we've made more plays than them, down the stretch in these games.
The Noles and the Wolfpack kick off at 8 o'clock on Friday. Another thing that's happening on Friday, Football Friday. Jordan versus Millbrook is our game of the week, guys.
Sounds good. Thank you, Chris. And we are staying on top of breaking news tonight. Demonstrators protesting Border Patrol agents and operations in the Triangle. They're moving through downtown Raleigh now.
On your screen right now are live looks at the scene from Fayetteville Street and Morgan Street intersection, and a large presence from Sky 5. We'll stay on this for you at 7 o'clock.